Good morning, Panther fans. No, I wasn't up on an all-night bender. That's my partner in crime over here.
Yep. Pulled an
So
all-nighter.
you know what? Say that again.
I pulled an all-nighter.
Okay, I gotta turn my volume up here. Talk.
Well, first thing I did was I went to my company holiday party, and then by the time I got
Yep.
home, the game was over. So, of course, I went over to the NHL Network, and it's amazing. The Panthers used to be at the bottom of the list that they review, and now they're at the top.
Yeah.
How many national games have we been on? So, and then of course I watched the replay of the game, and then I started watching the Hunger Games. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Flying Fluffy Hockey, the number one Panther fan podcast in the world. I'm here with my partner in crime, Secret Service Agent Eric Garson. So,
yeah. I'm all right. I'm
two
I'm gonna
points,
live.
2 points.
Exactly. 2 points.
It wasn't pretty, but
Nope.
what was wild is I'm at this holiday party and I'm sitting next to my manager and I'm looking at my phone. Shout out to Tom and you for giving me updates. And I actually have Sirius radio. So I went out, of course, after dinner and smoked a cigar and was listening to the game.
Right.
But anyway, so let's talk about the game. Well, first of all, they did that Hornquist tribute, which was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. That was
And
cool.
again, they couldn't have picked a better team. So, yeah. So from what I saw, I don't know what it is with these guys. Jekyll and Hyde. Jekyll and Hyde, Jekyll and Hyde. We
And
either come out like, a house on fire, or we come out like sleeping.
yeah. Yeah. It got so bad in the second period that even Goldie said the Panthers need to pick it up because they're not their normal selves. And when Goldie starts calling you out, you know you're playing like ass.
Right? All I can say is Bubba Brewski saves our ass again.
Yep. Yep.
I don't know
Absolutely.
what switch was turned on in his head, but the guy is playing with so much confidence now. I just think it's like a golfer. A golfer hits the same shot like a mechanical, one of those mechanical,
Yeah. Yeah.
where the swing is always the same.
Yeah.
So just goes to show you that, goaltending is mostly mental. Obviously, they have the fundamentals that they follow. But I don't know, man. I got some mixed feelings about Lundell right now. I was thinking about that all night. The kid's a good player, but he can't.
I know. I
I
know.
mean, it just really just gets to me that I like the fact that Luosterainen scored, but when
Right.
is Lundell gonna frickin' bury one? I mean, I don't understand. He has so many chances each game to put a goal in the net, and he just,
I know.
he just can't. He can't do it. I mean, he had a couple of point blank shots, man. He roofs it like a Verhage or a Reinhardt, and he'd have so many more goals. But he continues to shoot, and just the goalie just swallows it up. So anyway, of course, what was it? 0-0 after first,
Yeah, there was no score up to the
and
first. That's
then
correct.
Riley Smith says, "Hello,
Uh,
you guys got rid of me. F
yeah.
you. I'll just put one in the net."
Yeah.
But it's good that we came back. Edmund and OEL, holy man, 7 goals he's got.
Yep.
He's leading the defensive core in scoring. Who would have
Yeah.
thunk it? So I will say it again to you. Larson and Forsling should be the top pair.
Well,
Aaron Plant should be on the third pair. Sorry, the guy just
I mean,
Sucks.
I don't know. I'm kind of looking at the results in terms of the number of goals that were given up. You know what I mean? And to me, our issue is, and I don't know how you solve it. Um, the inconsistency on offense.
Listen,
You
they were
know,
fine without Ekblad and Montour. Okay,
what? Yeah, no, I'm not
but
saying they weren't.
Montour still hasn't found his game. But I mean, I counted 5 mistakes with the puck that he made. You just, just not happy about that situation. And I'll still say it till the cows come home. You know,
Well,
when his trade thing gets modified at the end of the year, take your 7.5 million and go to Detroit.
yeah, I was talking about that on the podcast the other day from the opposite point of view because somebody had asked me if they thought there was any chance that we would ever move on from Barkov. Of course, I said no, but then I got to thinking because we all saw the Ekblad interview about how he wants to be here, finishes. But then I got to thinking, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I searched the memory banks. Now I didn't search the internet because my eyes have been hurting me, but I searched the memory banks, and the only one I could think of that it was possible was Stephen Weiss, but no, he left. We've never drafted a kid, developed him, and he stayed here his whole career and retired a Panther.
That is
It,
that
it's
is
not
correct.
happening.
Even Luongo,
Right.
who I thought would be here forever.
So I have a feeling that if not that I know Viola, but based on Viola's actions thus far, he's going to want Barkov or Barkov and Ekblad to be those guys that we draft, develop, and are lifetime Panthers. Because that's one thing we don't have at all.
Yep.
That, you know,
And when a guy comes out on, national broadcast or whatever and says, I want to be a Panther for life,
yeah, he
you
ain't
know,
stupid. He's not
been,
stupid. He
yep.
says he figures he's going to say the opposite of whatever Huberto said. I'm going to say the opposite.
But I'd rather have Forsling, Montour, and Reinhardt locked up. That 7.5 million would be nice to have.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I get it.
I mean,
But
again, this is strictly a business thing, but also the fact that he's not contributing offensively. He makes a lot of bad decisions with the puck. I don't know how many times he's iced it trying to do that stretch pass. I mean, I
yeah,
got nothing against the guy,
right.
but again, 7.5 million gives you some room to sign some guys,
Yeah.
and we
No,
have we have we have defensemen to I
right.
mean, Mahura, poor guy, played like 82 games for 2 seasons, and he's squeezed out right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Well, I would assume at some point he'll move Kulikov off for a night and get Mahura back out on the ice. I don't know when Belinskas is. I don't know why they've got both Mahura and Belinskas up. It's interesting that they had Belinskas down at the AHL level to play some games and they moved him back up and he's just going to sit.
yeah.
So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
But
Um,
Larson and Forsling made a really good first pair.
yeah.
So he's just like, again, an Ekblad, the superstar with a big ego. Moving him down to the third pair would he'd be like all pissed off and shit. He'd be insulted by that move. But
Yeah.
you
Well, the
know,
one that
pop,
needs the
pop.
insulting is Anton Lundell.
Yeah. And
That's
you know what? I'm okay with them trading him.
yeah, no, I didn't say that.
I know you love the kid, but let's get a guy that's not going to want 5 million a year, and let's get something for him.
I don't think he's gonna be able to I mean, this is a contract year for him as well.
Right.
So
What do
whatever
you think?
he
What do you think he's going to want? He's going to want term.
no, he's still an RFA. He's still on his
All right.
he's an
So
RFA. He's gonna get a bridge deal like Luster-Reinen did.
where did they
So
end up signing him for? I'm thinking 3 million.
Well, that was what Lucian's second bridge deal was. Um, First one he took 2 years at 1.5, and then this most latest one I believe is 2 at 3 million, or it might be 3 years at 3 million, but it was 3 million. Um, I think you'll see Lundell slot in between that two, maybe
Yeah,
2.25, right? Because he's our homegrown draft pick and everything.
yeah,
So um, he's still way too good to get rid of, especially at that price point, considering the other needs we have.
yeah.
I
I mean,
mean,
I don't want to get rid of him. I just want him to start scoring some goals.
like he does. It does not appear to me from the times that we talked to Randy and comments that Paul Maurice has made. Um, doesn't appear to me as though he's being pushed a whole hell of a lot to do anything more than play defense and win faceoffs.
Right.
You know,
And the penalty kill.
right? So we us fans might be the only ones frustrated that he's not scoring.
Correct.
And so you know what I mean?
And Eggplant's not scoring any goals either. I mean, if he was contributing offensively, it'd be a different story. But I mean, he's not.
Well, I
And
mean,
It's
no, I mean
it's
him and
it's really bothering me that he's got and I think the injuries ruined his career. He had so much potential the first year. I mean, he tore it up,
right. Yeah, no, I get it. Hey,
and
look,
then it started a pattern of him getting hurt.
right,
So, all right, so let's shift gears and talk about the game. So, the Penguins are coming in after Tampa did a number on them. They got their own problems. They got Eric Carlson, superstar, and they took Letang off the first unit power play,
right,
messed up that chemistry, and Carlson ain't getting the job done, and he's making big money.
right.
So,
Well, you know what Pittsburgh did when they, because when we broke Toronto and made them fire Dubas, and then Dubas went to Pittsburgh, and I said I couldn't figure out if they were hiring him to do a rebuild or if they were hiring him to try to plug some imaginary holes and make one last run. And some of a bitch wouldn't you know they're trying to plug holes and make another run, but then he goes and gives Jari a long term deal, and it's like, bro, Jari is he ain't even James Reimer. You know what I mean? So in terms of guys that I would trust come playoff time. So Pittsburgh's kind of in that middle of the area, middle of the road gray zone where it's just like, you look at the names in the back of the jerseys, but they're not 26 and 28 anymore. You know what I mean? And
Malkin, Crosby,
right.
Letang.
And so now they're going to be on this forever, never ending, wheel of fortune, of misfortune, really, until they finally decide, I suppose these guys are too old and we're going to have to, move on from them. So,
Who would have thought that Chicago would have gotten rid of Patrick Kane?
right.
I thought
Right.
he
Well,
was
at some
going to.
point you have to, move on as a team and all of that.
Carlson's been on 3 teams now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a cutthroat business.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you talk about our power play sucking ass. There's 0 for 35. Let that sink in, guys.
No, that's, oh, yeah.
Their power play is 0 for 35.
It's 37 now.
Oh, okay.
It's 37 now.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And look at the guys they got. I mean, right?
yep.
So it's like I said, it's just one of those things where, it's
They're not
it's a
they're
shell.
not the Penguins of old.
Right. Exactly.
So, but
And
I like that we woke up and came back, and
yeah.
Lucian scored. So, and if, the best part of the night was Barkov. I'm telling you, he was looking to pass it. He originally was looking to pass it, and then he realized that he was dead center. All right,
Yeah,
and he crossed the red line.
I spent a
And
couple minutes on this in the recap laughing because not only could I not believe that he didn't pass it, but then when I saw it was Lundell, I really couldn't believe that he didn't pass it. He thought
well,
about it though. He
I,
did. You
right?
saw the smoke coming out of his ears, going, "Son of a bitch, I want to
I was
pass this."
gonna if he would have passed it and it wouldn't have hit Lundell. I just know
No,
it. It would have been a
no.
blown opportunity.
Yep.
But here again, we're playing, defensive hockey. We've totally, Maurice came in and totally turned it around. They were that
Yep.
run and gun. They don't play the run and gun anymore. It's dump and chase and win battles and, you
Right.
know, take advantage of defensive mistakes and
Yep.
aggressive forecheck. We only gave up one goal again.
Right. No, I
That
know.
seems, that seems to be the pattern,
Yeah, I think.
and really it was you know, one goal difference. I mean, the empty net
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
made it 3-1, but basically, we won the game 2-1.
Right. But yesterday's a game where, I mean, even down 1-0. I mean, I almost wonder if how I felt is how the players felt because even down 1-0, I was like, gosh, I guess now we got to put in effort. It's like I don't think the players had any concern that they were going to lose that game. I never had any concern that we were losing that game. I just was waiting for us to. Are you guys going to play 5 minutes or 10 minutes and take the lead and win this game? It was kind of like that. You could kind of see that Pittsburgh was in the game because we just weren't skating, and we do that. It's
Jekyll and
just
Hyde.
it's weird, man. I mean, I can't count the number of periods I've watched this year, and it goes by period too. Where wherever there's a loose puck, our guys are just standing flat-footed, and the opposing team will take 2 steps before somebody decides to join them and go get the puck. It's I don't know what it is, man, but it is and it is. You know what I mean? They are doing it, but like I said last night. Yeah, it's nice we got 2 points. That's all good and everything. But to me, it's like a bad parenting lesson because now, once again, these guys have figured out, hey, all we got to do is play about good 15 minutes and we'll win the game, you know?
Yep.
But they're playing that system pretty much to perfection, with the rare exception here or there where we give up a few more goals. But, the only other issue really is, I mean, it's the same thing, but it's being that third line, it's being complicated by Lundell not scoring along with Cousins. Now, Cousins moved up with Bennett and Kachuk. I like that move. I would really like it if if Cousins could bury his chances. He
Yeah,
gets
he's
so many.
another one that has ability to score and is not scoring. Listen, basically, you got Reinhardt and Verhage. Those are the
And
two guys.
and Larson.
Oh well,
And my idea, honestly, I mean, I said this a couple times yesterday. To me, if Lundell continues this pace, I'm not saying for permanent, I'm not saying for forever, but just for maybe a kick in the ass, move Stenland up to 3C. He's got 6 freaking goals.
yep,
Put Lundell on 4C that he's never done. I mean, Luster-Reinen had to do a whole season at 4C.
yep.
Move Lundell down for a game and give him a little taste of, hey, but
Wake up,
but
boy.
but also, like we said, we might be the only ones with the problem that he's not scoring because
Right.
from Maurice's press conference comments, you think I got a thing for Lundell, okay? I got to get behind in line behind Maurice
Yeah,
for that autograph.
Maurice likes him.
Yeah, so yeah, no, it is, but all of it said, the bottom line is, with the exception of Rodriguez and Duke, this is the top 9 from last year. and we made it all the way to the finals. So we sure as shit know these guys can do it.
Well,
You know,
Zito again makes the right moves. Plucking Larson out of
I
it's
know.
just incredible how many guys he's brought in that have revitalized their careers.
Yeah,
Sam Bennett was nowhere to be found in Calgary.
yeah. No, I know.
He comes here. I mean, when the first few games that when he first came to the team, he's tearing it up.
Yeah, yeah,
So now tomorrow it's a one
yeah,
o'clock game
yeah,
in Columbus.
yeah.
Bob's gonna go again. He has
You
a
think?
pretty good track record
Oh
against
yeah,
them,
that
but
would make sense.
again, there's a game that if we don't come out and take them seriously, we're gonna lose.
Right.
I can definitely see that happening. And then we got, like you said,
Yeah.
Seattle, Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary.
4 late games. It's not good, bro.
Seattle's not a pushover. Vancouver's one of the top teams. Edmonton has found their stride now. Getting rid of the. I'm sorry, I keep saying but they got a new coach, and
Yeah.
McDavid has woken up.
Uh-huh.
They got a couple of goals last night from Bouchard, who's got a rocket of a shot. Zach Hyman, Van de Kane, and Draisaitl. All of those guys can kill you. So that's another one I'm worried about. And then Calgary. We should beat Calgary.
Well, what I was thinking out of those 4 late games is give me 5 points out of the 8 points. You know, um, we should beat Seattle and we should
Yep.
beat Calgary. Vancouver, you know, because at some point you got to put Stolars in one of those games. You know what I mean?
Well, it's every other night. It's not a back to
Yeah.
back.
That's what, yeah, but I mean, you're not going to play. I mean, Bob played this one game, and the road trip is 5 games,
Maybe Stolars goes in tomorrow.
and then play Bob all 4 of the late games.
Yep.
Yeah,
Bob's definitely going against Vancouver and Edmonton.
right.
Maybe Stolars plays against Calgary. All I know is I look at the box scores pretty much every game with Calgary. Donut for Huberdeau.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
His
Yeah.
career is who knows. I mean, there's another guy that's mental.
Well, they,
He's still crying.
I mean, they don't. I've made videos about this. I mean, Huberto passes to Barkov. Huberto passes to Declare. Huberto passes to Verhage. Well, I mean, in his younger days, Huberto to Yager. I mean, where the hell are those guys on the Flames? Huberto passes to who?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, we
Yeah.
had 40 goal scorers littered all over the roster.
Yeah.
You know, so
But I'm talking about he's not scoring either.
Well, yeah, but he was always the kind of guy that he would get into a funk and he would get himself going with assists, and then after he'd get some assists, remember, then he'd wake up and start shooting.
Yeah,
You know?
he's definitely in a funk.
Yeah, he's just in a. Well, so would you, bro. If like you woke up one morning and you thought you was going to your breast pump manager meeting, and instead your manager called you and said, "Hey, pack your shit for Calgary," and you had to go.
Yep.
you'd 3 years later, I'd still be getting texts, son of a mother, son of a bitch, son of right? I mean,
Well,
shit.
you know what? I'm not. I feel bad, but I don't feel bad because look what we got in return.
Right. And that's why you see Ekblad out there giving interviews going, I love Florida. I love it. I love everybody. I love you. Love you. Kissy kiss. That's why Ekblad's out there doing it. He's not stupid.
And his wife's a doctor. I'm sure he's got that in the back of his mind. He doesn't want to uproot his doctor wife.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't be. Well, I guess you can't do that in hockey. See, in football, it's different. Because in football, you can just rip up a contract and renegotiate it. You could go up, you could go down, you could do all sorts of things. So like when a guy signs a contract, it's like, Yeah. We'll renegotiate it in 2 years. It's not the same.
In the
In hockey,
meantime,
yeah,
the Bruins have 37 points. We got 34 points. So we're still in that race for number one. And then, surprisingly, the Red Wings are at 32, and
right.
the Maple Leafs are at 30,
Hmm.
and the Lightning are at 29.
Yeah,
So
it's
we're
it.
sitting pretty good.
We're a good.
We're
We're a
winning
good.
more games than we're losing. So that's
That's it. That's it. And as Kyle would say, the style of play pleases Master Paul Maurice.
yeah.
This is most of these games are a Paul Maurice clinic. But we're not being as physical as we were last year. We're doing it differently. So
Yep.
that it seems at least they're smart about that, where they kind of realize, hey man, I don't think we could play that way all 82 games into
Man,
the
wear and tear
playoffs.
on the body.
Yeah, it's too
Look what happened
much.
in the finals. We just ran out of gas again. I'll say that for the
Well,
thousandth
but
time.
look, I mean, it is what it is, man.
They learned. They learned.
Right,
They adjusted.
right.
They
So
definitely adjusted.
enjoy it. Yeah,
As long as they're ready to go in the playoffs, and
yeah,
they turn the juice up in the playoffs.
yeah, man. This channel's been a weird journey because, like, I don't want to ever like be like we just take it for granted. It's like, yeah, we're one of the best teams. Let's wait for the playoffs, because it's just like there was a lot of years of just like people would get mad when we would come back and win a game, because that would mean I wouldn't do a rant. That's how bad we were. It was like, just screw it. We don't want to win. I want to
No,
see
show you how
Dodgers in
bad we
my.
were. We were lucky if we got one game the whole season broadcast on national TV.
Yeah. How
There's
about all the
been
years like 13, 14, where like every game was like last night, 2-1, except we lost.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It was. There's been some bad years, man. It's been a long time, and now so it's just kind of like
We've
it's
made the
all good.
playoffs, what, 4 years in a row?
If you count the play-ins, yeah, yeah,
So that was when they brought in Quenville. Like one of the
um,
first things he said was, we
yeah,
want to be in the playoffs every year.
yeah, yeah. Because that's what you got to get in, man. As you
But
as we
gotta
showed last
gotta
year.
gotta tip your hat to Paul Maurice, because he had, like you said, he had a game plan,
Yeah,
and he wasn't going to change it. It's like, you're going to play my style of hockey or you're not going to play.
right.
And I think that's why I didn't want Patrick Kane. I didn't want anybody coming in and ruining that chemistry that's
Yeah,
apparent. They have really good chemistry. It's a good room. Um, just Duclair is gone. You could just see Duclair was really a one-dimensional player.
I mean, I take them back at half price,
Nope,
but that's a different story.
nope. I'm okay.
You're okay.
Yeah, he's doing okay in San Jose. Let him stay there.
Yeah,
And by the
yeah,
way, I'm glad we're not playing them, because they're starting to, after the disastrous start.
yeah,
Excuse me, they're
yeah.
starting to play some decent hockey.
Yep, yep. So,
So
all right, Panther fans, I'm gonna go back to bed. I'm okay. I'll be all right.
yeah,
Yeah, the glass is whole. I know I look ridiculous,
no,
but
you don't.
you know,
You
well, for
know,
8 o'clock in the morning, it's kind of ridiculous.
you
But
look like Gene Simmons is always wearing sunglasses when he does interviews.
yeah,
So
yeah. So
anyway, 1 o'clock tomorrow, guys.
yeah. Now, I'll just give everybody a heads up. Obviously, our plan is to stream. We're supposed to have like really, really, I'm knocking on wood, really bad, severe thunderstorms tomorrow. So, on the off chance that we don't show up, it's because power or internet. But the plan is we'll be there tomorrow, 1/2 hour before the game starts. So, all
Okay.
right. Appreciate the support. I can't see the end recording button. Hold on.
Subscribe
Oh,
if you're not subscribed to the channel.
yeah. Subscribe for daily drug running
Your
tips.
daily dose, and then hit the like button. That helps Eric with his algorithm. And
It does, man. It's depressing sometimes. I've been doing this 8 years. I still get videos that don't even get 300 views. But I appreciate the 300 of you. It's the same 300. I could put out a blank screen and it would get 300 views. But
absolutely.
but that's all it would get. It is what it is. It's all good. It's too early to be complaining. All right, I'm going to shut up. I'll talk to